Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now we are recording in this direction because we are experiencing power blackout from yesterday and we have to continue doing this job. So don't be surprised, that is the situation here. Now, there is the African Head of State Summit taking place in Nairobi, which has brought together, African presidents. So President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni of Uganda got a chance to address the people. And there are serious issues that he brought out, which to some extent, it was an embarrassment and exposure of William Samoei Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya. Because he brought in the issue of people focusing more on digital, ICT, all those things, which is still okay for some extent. But he was questioning the issue of the impact that ICT has on economy and how do you link the two, because people will talk more of building ICT capacity, but they don't talk about how you link it with the economy. That's where the problem comes in. So he narrated a story about building a bridge for those living below the poverty index to join the money economy. And in his story, he talked about looking for funds to try and help those who are in need to get out of poverty. But to his surprise, there was no one who was willing to help with the funds. But there was available funds for ICT. If you look for that one, you can get. So I was asking a question. Can you eat computers? It is all about communication. Can you eat computers? A very hard question for William Samoei Ruto. So what did he do? When he realized that they cannot get money to empower the poor, those who are living hand to mouth, to get out of poverty, he decided to use the taxes collected to empower the community. Because the issue here is planting a sense of economic empowerment among the poor to get out of that. So, in his own wisdom, they managed to get out of that. Because now he had to get money so that people will go into coffee farming, people will go into sugarcane farming, people will go into tea farming, they will go into massive, planting for economic. So that's happened. And then from there, at least many people got out of poverty. So he is not even against ICT, but the issue is that you have to link ICT with the agriculture. You have to link ICT with manufacturing. Because when you talk about sugarcane, you're talking about manufacturing or processing. You're talking about coffee, it is the same thing. You talk about, milk and all that. You have to find a way to link. If not, then it has no any meaning. So listen to him shortly, then we are going to compare this with what is happening here in Kenya to see really indeed if William Ruto is misleading Kenyans or taking us to the right direction.
They just produce for eating, produce for eating. Wanashughulikia tumbo tu. So I was looking for money. Please give me money to give coffee seedlings to these fellows who are just producing for the stomach, so that they can produce for the stomach but also produce for the pocket, so that they join the money economy. You cannot imagine that by 2013, a few years ago, 68% of the homesteads in Uganda were still in the subsistence sector, in the non-money economy. You audit your countries. What is the situation? What is the percentage of the people? So I had now to use my own money because I couldn't borrow money from anybody. The loans are for capacity building for, I don't know, sometimes they give for ICT, but ICT is a communication system, mainly. What are you going to communicate on that communication? How are you? Good morning. And you think that is communication? Why don't you have ICT linked with agriculture, linked with industry? Oh, now the digital. Are you eating computers? Have I seen anybody eating computers? Just running up and down, maneno tu. So I was insisting that all these Ugandans must be in the money economy. 2013, not long ago, 68% of Ugandans were outside the money economy because Uganda is a very rich country. A fool can survive there. In other countries, fools die. But in Uganda, fools can thrive there. They just eat. He stays with his brothers. He eats. He goes from there to the sister. He eats. He's not earning anything, but he's eating. So we said, no, everybody must be involved in the money economy. We couldn't get any support for that. But we funded it ourselves. Each year, we spend about $300 million of our own to make these villagers join the money economy by producing for the stomach, but also for the pocket.
Now we are continuing this panel discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, I want us to compare what is happening in Uganda and what is taking place here in Kenya. Because definitely, what Museveni is talking about, it is what the previous presidents had done here in Kenya. But it seems those who came later after them, they are doing the opposite. They are doing economic damage to our country. Because just look at this. If people do not have money, then you bring in the issue of sugarcane. Now I want to talk about the Western region economy where I come from. Personally, I have seen poor people who go into sugarcane farming, managing even to build a good house. They have been able to get even good cars. Unapata kwa boma mtu alikuwa na gari yake, ana drive, anakula vizuri, amejenga vizuri, the economy is doing well, the children can go to one of the best high school, good colleges. Why? Because they have been able to produce and earn from that. Saizi, those who came later, they have destroyed the sugar cane economy. Farmers are in abject poverty because sugar is no longer a backbone of Western region economy. They destroyed companies. You're talking about Mia Sugar Company. And what was happening here, by the way, it was very simple. You have land, you go and register. So the company will organize to come and dig your land, till it, plant, harvest, then they do their math. What did we use here? After they have done the deductions, the remaining money is yours. 3/4 ni yako, 1/4 ni yao. Simple. So you don't struggle too much. That is how the economy was moving in Western. But Mia's Sugar Company is on its knees. Is Ruto showing any means to revive Mia's Sugar Company? Zero. Instead, it is empty threats. Ya mambo ni matatu. Sijui uhame Kenya, sijui uende jela, usafirishwe uende mbinguni. But we have not seen farmers now enjoying anything. They are killing our economy. Then they come to mislead and blind us with the issue of tunaleta ICT. I have seen people earning online. All of us can earn online. We must have someone in farm doing the plantation. We must have someone manufacturing somewhere. Then we link that one to ICT. That is the message that Museveni is trying to drive. Kenya was already there, but Ruto and the rest are taking us back to square one. We are talking about those who are in tea. It was doing well here in the Western region, specifically Vihiga County. I am seeing tea farmers uprooting their tea trees. I saw in Mount Kenya, coffee farmers uprooting the trees because it's no longer, something you can depend on, simply because the government has made it so hard for these farmers until the only option is to uproot. So they are taking us back to poverty. We are talking about those who are doing maize farming. Right now, maize farmers are in trouble because we were supplied with fake fertilizer. So this is economic sabotage. We can't harvest. We can't depend on that. So in the next harvest, people are going to be so much poor because hautapata kitu, hata ile yenye input yenye uliweka ndani, you can't get anything. So you lose and you become just poor like that. Now, in this way, they are providing an opportunity for them to start importation business. So it is reduced to few people benefiting at expense of our own farmers. So they import, sisi tunabaki tu kazi yetu ni kununua na wale wanatajirika. So wachache wanakuwa matajiri na wengi tunakuwa maskini because someone committed an economic crime under the watch of William Samoei Ruto. So they mislead us to concentrate on the issue of ICT. I'm bringing an ICT hub here. You will have communication, you will earn online. Earning online when there is something to advertise, to advance on, manufacturing. That's what it should be happening. But tukibaki na ICT, na hakuna manufacturing, hakuna farming, hakuna production, it has no any way it's going to help anyone in this country. So, unazaona Museveni is too old, but he's speaking sense among the people. If you go to Uganda now, they can supply sugar here. Kwa nini wale investors wanatoka Kenya wakienda Uganda kufanya mambo ya sugarcane? Why is Uganda producing so much that they can even give us here? Mambo ya maziwa. Kitambo walikuwa nauza raw milk here. Saa hizi wanafanya value addition. They bring end product kama cheese, blueband, so many items. They is ready for consumption. So, in as much we were the hub of East Africa, we are no longer, we will not be. Because people are committing economic sabotage at their own benefit. Why are we not concentrating on issue of farming? Kitu tumeona kubwa kabisa, they are killing farming. Why? Because they are here to benefit. They want to do sugar importation. Wanaua hapa wakulima kabisa, tubaki maskini wa kuomba. Hawe hai. And ukitaka kuongoza maskini, you bring handouts, wanyang'anya mali yao so that they follow you every time. But when you empower people, they will have to think with their mind. And when they make a decision on the ballot, they make a well-informed decision. Something these people are worried of, and that's why they're leading us into poverty. So Museveni had a message, and the person who really was supposed to receive this message is none other than William Ruto, who is telling, youth here in Kenya that it's all about earning on computer earning, all those kind of things. So try to listen to Museveni careful and compare what Ruto is doing here. Then you tell me if it is not economic sabotage.